The topic today that I've selected is patience. And it's the need of the hour, right? And it just began by a delay of 7 minutes. Uh, and you know what could happen if commitment is not kept, and especially the time commitments. A lot of thoughts cross, a lot of emotions surface up when things don't happen as per our expectations, as and when we want. This word struck me when I went to Shirdi temple, and the words were Shraddha and Saburi. They were beautiful words, and very few of us we really understand and know. It's like if you are a parent figure and if you have a child, and if a child demands something and you can't really give exactly as and when they demand, how do you feel? And how does the child feel? The child may not understand the lapse in the time that is needed to fulfill the expectations. It's not as parent figure that we do not want to comply or fulfill their expectations. However, there are few things that we have to really abide by the laws of the planet Earth. Even if we want, certain things cannot be speeded up, and hence the delay. However, the child who doesn't understand is going to be impatient and is going to demand immediately. And we understand that as children, probably even we have done with our parents, and our children are doing with us. And we continue doing this even as adults with the authorities high up there. So there are governing factors, there are governing frequencies, governing elements. And those elements often are trying to make life easy for all of us. However, we want things our way. We want things as per our timetable, as per our need and want. What we don't realize is for anything to get manifested for us as per our wish and desire, we have so many people who are here to be fine-tuned and touched. Let me give you an example. Suppose you want to migrate and start a business in another country. It sounds okay for you. And yet, in spite of having qualifications and the right credentials, things may not happen immediately as you think they should. Because you need to have your landlord ready to give you the house that's been designed for you. You need to have right resources and right premises vacated for you so that you can start your business or get a job. Or the job vacancy that is designed for you, somebody has to vacate it to help you get there. So many mechanisms take place before you reach where you're meant to reach and achieve what you're meant to achieve. It may sound very easy and simple for you at the level of consciousness you are at. However, there are frequencies who are coordinating everything for us. And we need that kind of patience that things will be done and it will be provided to us when there is a right time. Another question comes, when is that right time and how do we know? How do we know that after that phase of patience, I'm going to get what I have asked for? And how do we know that I need to now pull strings and do something without waiting for the ultimate frequencies to do things for me? We need to have the consciousness raised. The higher the consciousness, more would be and natural would be the patience. So a child in the cradle, when cries for milk, doesn't know that milk needs to be heated and cooled and brought back to the room temperature to make it safe and easy for the baby. But when the same baby grows up and starts going to the kitchen, the baby knows the process and doesn't get impatient because the baby knows that the milk is getting heated and then it will get cooled so that I will get milk in the way with the temperature that I can handle it better. What was the difference? The baby was unaware as a baby, as a child, did not know the procedures, did not know the ways of the world. And after growing up, as the awareness increases, the baby starts understanding because the baby is no longer a baby, is now a grown-up child. So the difference was the whole awareness, consciousness. So the more you understand, the more you raise your consciousness, the more you evolve, the more you understand why things are the way they are and how things can shift in its natural way to be available to you in a manner which is right for you and at the time which is right for you. Now, imagine if that baby had a vision and understanding to look at the whole process of giving milk from the point of view of mother. The baby would understand the time lapse and delay and would have patience. Sounds a little unnatural. However, just imagine if baby is in sync with mother intuitively. The baby would be patient because the baby knows that my mom cares for me enough to give me the milk as per my need and as per the temperature and the way I can handle it well. So the faith and the patience go hand in hand with awareness. Now that awareness can come if you look at the whole story from a higher consciousness point of view or the parental frequencies point of view or the ultimate consciousness point of view. So when you look at it from the higher consciousness or higher awareness or ultimate consciousness point of view, it would be easy for you to develop faith as well as patience because you can see what is happening and why there are delays and why things are the way they are, once you understand and once you're aligned to the highest frequencies, you are so much aware, and it gets easier for you to have faith and patience both. Giving today's example, like in the modern world example, rather, say we order food from Swiggy and Zomato, and thanks to the internet, we can see, okay, the place has got the order, the food is being prepared for you, the food is being packed for you, the food is being picked up by Mr. So and so, and you can see the route. You can see the vehicle traveling to your place. That adds to your faith as well as patience, because now you're not worried. You know that the app where you placed an order is aware and is working on your order. So you're not anxious, you're not worried. You may be hungry, you may be impatient in the sense because of your natural urge to eat, but you can also see that the food is on its way. This is possible because now we can trace that from the point of view of the app. And the app is available to you because of the satellite connection. The satellite connection or the Wi-Fi connection with your mobile phone, and the person who's riding and bringing the food, his mobile phone, as well as the mobile phone or the app of the person who's supplying and preparing the food for you. Now you'll say, what a great example, or what an ordinary example, either, like it will be your perception. What I'm trying to say is, what if we all are beautifully and constantly connected to the cloud consciousness and can see the movements happening, the bigger picture, the larger vision? If you can see the larger vision and a bigger picture, you will be as patient as somebody who's ordered food from Zomato. And this will not be about just food ordering. It would be about anything that you have placed an order for. And this order, we keep placing by sending repeated requests to the highest app of the world, and that is the ultimate consciousness. So we do keep sending those requests on and on, that I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I would like this to happen, I would like that to happen, I would like this to be corrected, and I would like that to be corrected. And sometimes you wonder that how come it happened in no time? And there are times when you feel the lifetime has gone and my request hasn't been really honored. Now, if you can understand the Zomato order story, you'll be able to understand a lot about the time lapse in honoring your request. That's where patience is needed and faith is needed. But more than patience and faith, the connectivity is needed, where we can look at the whole process from the point of view of the highest consciousness or the cloud consciousness. We can see where are the roadblocks. We can see where are the detours. We can see how things are stuck and why they are stuck. And we can also see the movement of the availability of the resources coming closer to you in a slow and yet certain and gradual way. Patience comes very naturally with increased awareness and higher consciousness. Until then, it is okay and natural to feel a little impatient and feel restless. More the impatience, know that the more is the need for increasing your awareness. And with higher awareness, you don't even have to worry about patience because you're completely in sync with what is happening and what is the natural course of action. And with higher awareness, perhaps there are minimum or no demands because you know what is meant for you is coming to you and it is there for you. And it's going to be always there for you. So that's all about patience. I'll open up the session for question answers if you have any. All right. So let's do a little bit of recitation. I'm going to start this recitation, and if you have any symptoms, any thought coming up, just let me know, and I will incorporate that and continue with the recitation. Okay. I transform and transcend my need for patience. I transform and transcend my need for patience. I transform and transcend my need for patience. I transform and transcend my intolerance. I transform and transcend my intolerance. I transform and transcend my intolerance. I transform and transcend my need to raise my awareness. I transform and transcend my need to raise my awareness. I transform and transcend my need to raise my awareness. I transform and transcend my demands. I transform and transcend my demands. I transform and transcend my demands. I transform and transcend the impatient child in me. I transform and transcend the impatient child in me. I transform and transcend the impatient child in me. I transform and transcend my need to be a neutral observer. I transform and transcend my need to be a neutral observer. I transform and transcend my need to be a neutral observer. I transform and transcend my need to inculcate faith. I transform and transcend my need to inculcate faith. I transform and transcend my need to inculcate faith. I transform and transcend my faith and patience. I awaken faith. I awaken me in full faith. I awaken faith. I awaken me in full faith. I awaken faith. I awaken me in full faith. I awaken patience. I awaken me full of patience. I awaken patience. I awaken me full of patience. I awaken patience. I awaken me full of patience. I awaken intuitive guidance. I awaken me totally in alignment with intuitive guidance. I awaken guidance. I awaken me in alignment with intuitive guidance. I awaken guidance. I awaken me in alignment with intuitive guidance. I awaken myself. I awaken the awakened me. I awaken myself. I awaken the awakened me. I awaken myself. I awaken the awakened me. That's all for today. Have a great week ahead. Thank you.